So we got a really big prep going here. And let's go back to, we're going to look at a lot of stuff, good stuff. But I want to start out with so I witnessed a car accident after somebody else that I know that definitely likes their privacy what was in a car accident. Somebody very close to me got in a car accident to where um, their car was turned on the interstate and it went into a guardrail. The following day, I never see car accidents. The following day, I witnessed the exact same thing that happened to this person close to me. I saw it happen live in another state. One state was Georgia, one state was Florida. I witnessed the car accident. Kid jumped out of the car after I hit the guardrail and just took off running. The adrenaline, it was a sight to see. It breaks your heart. And I will tell you that the one car accident was June 23rd, and then like this supernatural kind of miracle then took place on June 24th. There's the Bible study right there, June 24th, 2024, where I spoken of that I just witnessed this event. And so when you run that event, 6/24/2024 to our 86ing day, it is 86 days. 88, of course, on the rising day. And I knew the Lord was showing me something very supernatural on that day. So that's a big tell. 20, remember the Alec Baldwin fake staged incident? Well, it was on 10/21/21. It will be 1063 days to the 86ing day. Drop the zero, that's a 163. Remember, it's 163 days from the total solar that makes the X across America to September 18th, our 86ing day. 163 days. And Trump's number again is 6 times 14 times 1946. His number begins with 163. Alec Baldwin incident to our 86ing day, 163, 1063. Trump's number begins with 163, and it's 163 days from the total solar, April 8th, 2024. 163 days. Don't worry, this prep's got a lot more than just this kind of stuff in it. Everybody has an ex-girlfriend or somebody that they almost married that became a big fan of the 17th letter, which was the big conspiracy. They were the Trump backers at the very beginning. They were saying JFK Jr. is alive and there's Trump saving the children trapped under the city, which was nothing more than going back to the Dark Knight Rises, where the children were under the city, working for Bane when they left his orphanage. The Bruce Wayne orphanage. And we exposed that way back then. So the 17th letter, MNOPQRST. So we remember that cult, right? Well, I had a girl that I fornicated with on our first fornication was July 18th, 2011. 1 year to the day later, a jet door blew her to smithereens. Didn't kill her, but it messed up her spine. Again, that's 7/18, folks. That was the year The Dark Knight came out. So 2 days before the release of The Dark Knight Rises, this happened to her. And so 7/18/2012 to our 86ing day, you have 4445. We know 444 is the prime number for the church, as 37 is the 12th prime number. 12 times 37 is 444. But it's fused with that Trump 45 also, isn't it? On the rising day, 4447, Trump's number 47, his agenda 47. 12 years, 2 months, 2 days, 1222 code. So you have 222 and 444 coded into that. And what else? Our contributor has given us 3 items to take a look at. The paperback of The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall was published in, there it is, 9/18/2008. Because he's a cipher to look at. Manly P. Hall is, so is, I forget his name. Shattered Union, PC trailer, intro trailer.
Following a disputed election.
So.
And a tie vote.
This Shattered Union, my friend was telling me about this. And this is a big deal because if it doesn't go down when we say, well, the next date we're looking at, I should say, if it doesn't go down on September 18th, and we just keep pushing to the next dates that start to really jump out at us. This is a hobby. And you can tell this whole election thing could just be the tipping point. And so I'll watch this. I need to watch that before I go over it with y'all. He sent it to me to watch, obviously. Donald J. Trump at real Donald Trump is always back on Twitter and all that stuff. It's a 2020 demo. What did he highlight there? Facebook, Helio font, iPad goat, Donnie Darko and the skeleton, the meaning of Donnie Darko's costume. Day of the Dead, and of course Spectre opened up with Trump or 007, the Seventh King of Mystery Babylon, wearing the skeleton outfit. Cease and desist. I, together with many attorneys and legal scholars, are watching the sanctity of the 2024 presidential election very closely because I know better than most that the rampant checking and skullduggery, that's what it was. So he was going over the skullduggery. And that was the name of the Helio font character. And okay, got it. And skullduggery comes to something in gematria. I can't remember what that was. He was telling me also too, I think. Let's go look at the rest of the prep. Pearl Harbor Day, 2 or potential 80/16 day of September 18th, 82 years, 9/11. 9 months, 11 days. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You can't get it any better than that. The King's Man. It's, yeah, I believe it's the UK release. 999 days to his rising day. So anybody born on October times 11 times 2011 has 22. The 22nd, remember, it was District 22 was the bus the Joker came out on. The 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder in simple gematria. They would have a number of 22 followed by 121 Antichrist. And let me check my volume again. Yeah, we're good. I already checked it. So this 121 Antichrist style number to our rising day, it's 12 years, 11 months, 9 days. So you have 12, 11, 9, which is 121, 1, 9. So it's 121 Antichrist fused with 11, 9, which is Donald, which is world ruler and simple gematria, or the backwards 9, 11. 113 begins the hours. 11, 3. Remember, we're going to get into that Lord of the Rings, all of that stuff. So 5/2/2011. That was the Osama bin Laden day, wasn't it? Osama bin Laden day, May 2nd, 2011. That was when they said they killed him and all that fake mess. If you run Osama bin Laden day to our 86ing day, it's 4/8/8/8. And remember, 48 is Donald. I believe it's Donald Trump. Yeah, 48 in reduction. And the reduction is called full reduction. Yeah. That's why Jimmy Johnson's 48 car was winning all those races. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just what they do in their world. So 48 and then 88 or 4 FOR 888 or 48 fused with 888, however you want to look at it. And if you run it to the rising day, in the hours, it begins with 11:7, which is the rising Bible verse, Revelation 11:7. 698 in the weeks, and boy, we know all about that 698, don't we? And because Groundhog Day 2009 has 332 days left in the year, times 2009, remember that 698 right there? It's 666 and ends in an 88. It has a 69 dead center. It has the 98th versus crowning. That's a big deal. Anyway. But yeah, in the hours to the Osama bin Laden date, 11:7, the rising Bible verse followed by 36. 36 is when you add 1 through 36, the sum is 666. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. The sum is 666. 36 is also Adam in Jewish gematria, and he is the Black Adam. So now we want to get into Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Because these would be big, big deals. Now, James Bond's on Her Majesty's Secret Service. If you include both dates from it's December 18th and then the 19th. It's 19,999. So it's 19999. 19999 to the 86ing day. That's crazy. If you run it to the rising day, you have your event 201, 20,001. Don't include both dates. It's an exact 20,000 days, 20,000 leagues under the sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea film, Wikipedia. Well, December 23rd, 1954. December 23rd, 1954. And we want to run that to the rising day to bounce off what we were looking at. Oh, no, nothing really jumps out at me. I mean, there's a lot there. There's your 698, 69 years, 8 months, 28 days. 611 begins the hours, which is upside down 9/11. Anyway, I just wanted to take a look at that before we get into the other release date was on the 19th. That again is 19,999. That's the USA release date right there. By the way, 285 begins the weeks. 285 is the address of One World Trade Tower. It's 285 7 weeks. Now I see that 285 7 weeks and how Trump is that many days old. I gotta move this thing. There it goes to the bottom finally. On the rising day, Trump is 285, 88 days. Don't forget that, the 88. That's pretty fascinating. All right, so now let's get into the two towers, Lord of the Rings. Let me look at anything else first, because I want to save that for last. That's going to be good stuff, and I'll pause and won't waste your time when I go through it. The total solar eclipse of 2001, which opened up 2001 A Space Odyssey. I think that's a gigantic cipher. It's 8492 on the rising date. 92 is the date, 920. But it begins with 84, which I've told you many times is 7 for cleansing times 12 for the church. And Trump also comes to 84 with his 6 times 14, his birthday. It's also 121 in the weeks, which is the Antichrist in simple gematria. 1, 2, 1, 3 weeks. 1,213 weeks. Remember the 213? I told y'all a long time ago that this is the cipher. And it really and truly is a perfect hit, though it is slightly cryptic with that 84 and the 92. The 49 is dead center. And the 49, again, is Antichrist. And I believe in the full reduction. Yep, full reduction. And Manly P. Hall's birthday, March 18th, which is directly across the calendar from September 18th. I'm just saying. The Twin Towers. We know 79 is murder. We know 187. We've been over it. It's the date of the event, if we're correct. But it's also 11 times 17. The 187th prime number is 1117. It is the most layered, intricate number there is with all this. The Twin Towers. It's called the World Trade Center. It was 7 buildings. It consisted of the Twin Towers along with Tower 7 that fell and other towers or buildings. Building 7 that fell. Building 7 was not a tower. I'm sorry. The monolith was right there. One building was shaped exactly like a monolith. It stood right there at the Twin Trumps. And It opened on 4/4 for the Book of Revelation's 404 verses. It opened on 4/4/1973, World Trade Center. I believe that's the second biggest cipher we have. And sure enough, there's your 187. We're in the 187 time frame in the days right now. On the 86ing day, it is fused with 79, which is murder in simple gematria. 18795. The only thing you have left after that is film 9 to 5. I do want to look at that. That's December 19th, 1980. December 19th, 1980. Again, that's the same date as On Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's the 79. So that's what the 95 is about at the end, the movie 9 to 5. 15,979 days from the release of 9 to 5. Which is just saying put the 9 to the 5. Look at the hours, begins with 383. 38 is murder and death. 83 is murder, followed by 383, 496, 49 is Antichrist. The seconds begin with 138. This is a big deal. This is such a big deal. I cannot even begin to tell you. We're saving the Lord of the Rings for last. Let's keep going through our preps. Don't know what that is. We'll get to it later. So there were other things I was looking at. Let me pause for a second. Back to the Future opened on 7/3/1985 when Sirius the Dog Star goes dormant on July 3rd. 14322. 14322. 14322 on our 86ing day. Well, that's a little too perfect and convenient, isn't it? If we go to Obama's birth certificate, I mean his birth, well, not going to get into it. Saw everything I needed to see. All right, so patient 0 to our 86ing day, it's 1/7/53, which was on all the clocks and Back to the Future. And there's a 121 Antichrist. I just got to remember what this date is. Hang on. I can't find what it was, so never mind. Let's just go next to the first total solar that makes the X across America. To the rising day, 2,588. That's if you include both dates. And of course, it's going to be 2586 on the 86ing day. That's a big deal. The total solar that makes the X across America, the two of them, excuse me, had a midpoint of 12/14/2020, which was also a total solar of the X across. It was the midpoint of the two total solars of the X across America. It was on 12/14/2020. It was when they delivered day 1 of the therapy and when Biden got his electorals. So it was a gigantic ritualistic day. If you run that date to our 86ing day, it's 1,374. Well, 37 is the first prime number for the church. Remember, its multiples are 111, 222, 333, all the way through 999, which includes 666, right? And there it is, 1,374, which 37 is the first multiple of 37, obviously, and the second multiple of 37 is 74. And it's a fusion. 374 is a fusion of 37, then 74, then 111, then 148, which, by the way, is Donald J. Trump in simple gematria. That's the fourth progression of 37. So I like it. It's cryptic, but it's powerful. 8/21/2019 was something. I can't remember what that was. So, but that World Trade Center, there it is right there. That's a big deal. All right, so let's now do, I'll pause, I'll set up Lord of the Rings. It's a lot of different dates. The Two Towers has December 5th, December 18th, and 19th. But look at the minutes. 179. 79 is murder. It's called The Two Towers. It's about the twin Trumps coming down. We're going to run these three dates to our, obviously, the 86ing day, and then Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, December 1st, December 17th, December 18th, which is a 11718, which is literally the fusion of Revelation 11:7 fused with the 86ing day. It's 201 minutes for event 201. So we're going to run all three to each date. So hang on, please. I'll be right back. So the Lord of the Rings is really a smash hit. The Two Towers is The Return of the King. Really only gives you a palindrome. It gives you the 58s, which the 58 bedrooms of Mar-a-Lago, the 58 stories of Trump Tower. But the kicker is it's 121 release, or 12/1, December 1st, 2003, Return of the King. It was at Embassy Theater. It was a premiere. That is the perfect 7600. 7600 if you include both dates. It is a palindrome of 292. You also get the palindrome here of 292. 20 years, 9 months, 2 days. This is 20 years, 9 months, 20 days. So the 292 palindrome is a big deal. We know that the rising day is on 9/2 or 2/9. September 20th is a 9/20/9/2. So it is 92 code. It is also 249 months, 20 days. So it's 24920. So it's saying 2024 on 9/20, it's Return of the King. That's it. Y'all, it's telling you everything there numerically. 76 is Adam in Strong's Concordance New Testament. Remember, he is the Black Adam. Remember what they did on January. Yeah, on that day is January is opposite July. So think of July 6 or 76. Opposite that is January. Yeah. So when they pulled that stunt, that was really just opposite my birthday of July 6th, because 76 is Adam. So the premiere is the kicker. That's the big one. When you look at the rest, they're very cryptic, but there's your 292 again, 2492. So I mean, it's all there. It's all there. In 2 out of 3 of them for Return of the King, which again was 201 minutes for event 201. Now you go to Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, which is about the twin Trumps, or 9/11, the falling down of the towers. Because, like the Prestige, is the turn. This is what began this whole thing, me looking at the date, the Prestige, the turn came to lunar eclipse. And the turn is when the towers fall, or when you 86 the Antichrist in his right eye, which again, the 86ing takes place to the body double, to the twin. But y'all, it's 179 minutes. 79 is murder in simple gematria. Lord of the Rings. It's got premiere dates on 7/5, then United States on December 18th, New Zealand on December 19th. So United States 18th, New Zealand 19th. I guess that's all about New Zealand or where it was made. They're all 79 murder codes. 12/5 is 7958, again with a 58. 7945, he is number 45. Remember that? 45th president. So on the rising day, it'll be 7947. That's United States. And then in New Zealand, 7944. 44 is all about the book of Revelation, 404 verses. Absolutely direct smash. Killer smash hits. Let's end with Sicario. So Sicario, Day of the Soldado. It was 2018, which rising on the 20th, going down on the 18th. That's what the year 2018 was all about. So that part is interesting. We're going to run the dates in just a second. But Sicario the Beast, the original Sicario that featured the music, the song that was called The Beast, its release date was September 18th. Oh my goodness. It's 121 minutes, y'all. 121 is Antichrist. Unbelievable. So Sicario, on the 86ing day, it's 3,288. There's your 88. Front and center. Wow. It is a perfect 9 years, which is 108 months. If you run it then to the rising day, let's go to the premiere. It's 9 years, 3 months, 30 days. 1 months, 30 days. So you have your 11/3 code. So then we're going to go to Day of the Soldado. Again, with that 2018 code. Its two dates were June 11th, June 29th. June 11th, June 29th. Let's run it to the rising day. 2293, 639, 759. I don't see much there. Other than the 22. The other was June 29th, was it? 2275. 6 years, 2 months, 22 days. So you do have your 222 code on the rising day. Again, both of these do begin with the 22 and the 22nd prime number, 79 motor. But that's really it. But the Sicario itself, that was a big deal. You remember, it's 122 minutes, and it is giving you the 22s in both numbers. Giving you the 22, 2275, and then 2293. And it's 122 minutes long. Again, the 22nd prime number. District 22 is the bus. It was on the bus that rolled out of the Joker's opening bank scene. That was the bus he was on. It said District 22. The 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder. So it's cryptic. It's solid. It's just, it's not the usual stuff like the 187 fused with 79, like the World Trade Center gives us. All right, y'all. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Love you.